but this time we have the boys. Fantastic, Pradeep. Yes, it is map. Let's check out the second one and let's see who answers it first. Come on. All right. Give me an idea. This is going to be the easy one. The tough one is coming up. All right. Okay, there it is. Muthu, my friend. That's right. Manoj, that's right. Okay. Sukesh, that's also right. Let me see where our girl power is. Are we having any girl powers? Rekha is there. It's fantastic, Miss Rekha. All right. And Vidya is there. Hi, Vidya. I'm a strong believer of girl power and they're awesome. So most of the time they leads, but let's see if they're not, they will soon pick up. This one, it's going to be a little tricky. Let's see who gets that right. Come on, faster, faster. Muthu, either you are too smart or you have already taken this test. Either way, you are getting it right. All right. Yes, it is a deck of cards. All right. Last one. And this is the most trickiest one. Let's see who gets this one right. All right. This is going to be the most trickiest one. Let's see. And I would like girl power to lead here. And now your time is about to run out, everyone. You have to be a little fast. And don't Google, please. Okay. I know you have access to them, but don't Google. Try it out. The fun is in guessing. Any wild guesses? At least you can try that. Give me a wild guess. What do you think it can be? What is always on its way but never arrives? Time pretty close, Sukesh. That's pretty close. But let's see. Let's take a couple of guesses. Fantastic. That's tomorrow. Pradeep got it right first, or Sukesh also. Both. I give it to both of you. That's tomorrow. All right. Good fun. It was the last one was the trickiest one, right? Tomorrow never comes. There with a bang. Girl power is back. Yes, Miss Rekha. That's right. Fantastic. And the last one. Please stop playing with my screen and let's focus on the riddle part of it. Okay. Mr. Ram Prakash, you got to erase that part. But yeah, Sukesh, that's right. That's dictionary. Okay, fair enough. You guys did good in that. But let's see if you can guess these brands. Okay, let's take this one. Again, 10 seconds. Can you guess this brand? Give me an idea. Take it onto your chat and give me an idea. If you don't guess it, dude, you're not paying attention when you're eating it. Okay, let me tell you. Nimesh says Starbucks. I know you are a Starbucks fan. I am also a Starbucks fan, but I have to break your heart. That is not the right answer. All right, Nimesh. He might be doing this answer while sipping the coffee also. Who knows? Okay, let's see. McDonald's. There it is. Sukesh, let me tell you the special mention to Sukesh. He is getting all the answers right. Sukesh, are you, let me see. I don't know why you are able to guess it. Are you on Google and trying it out? Give me a yes or no on that. It would be really heartbreaking if you're finding it from Google. All right, let's see this one. Who can guess this one? All right. Okay, so Sukesh is taking it seriously. No, not on Google. I know you're not on Google. Okay, but yeah, let's see. Who can find out this one? Everyone, give me an idea. Are you close? Are you getting it right? Come on. Volkswagen is nowhere near it. And Nimesh, let me tell you, if you have a wife, you have a girlfriend, probably you're going to get a, it's not going to be a very good night over tonight, I'll tell you. Because that's not Volkswagen, it's L'Oreal. And who guessed it right? That was Kanak. Okay, that's fantastic. We have a new entrant. Okay, One story away. Give me an idea. Which brand is that? Faster, faster, everyone. You have only 10 seconds. Okay. Uh, Muthu, Muthu is back. Well, let me tell you, stop watching too many movies, Muthu. You're pretty good with that. The answer is right. But, uh, you know, just for a joke, put a stop on that. All right. Let's see if you can guess this brand. Now, Sukesh has been leading, but I'm not subscribed to Netflix. Congratulations. Again, don't take it seriously. That was just a joke. But let's see who can guess this brand. Can you connect these two pictures and make a brand name out of it? Everyone, give me an idea. Surf Excel. Okay. Nimesh, I don't know. You are very close. And how did you guess it? I don't know. What this is what you did in lockdown? Whirlpool. Okay. That's Kakuli. Okay. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. But Nimesh, I connect with your pain. Everybody did that in the lockdown. So yeah, special mention to Nimesh here. Let's see this one if you can connect. The last one, and then we get started with our, we end our fun section and we get started with the webinar, or rather our most important content here. But give me an idea, everyone. Kanak. That's right. Fantastic. Bugatti. Okay, last one more. Guess this logo, and then I'm gonna end it. Let's see who is the shopaholic here. Let's see. Nivesh, Manoj, Kanak, Jesus. Guys, hide that credit card. I'll tell you. You guys are going crazy over there. Okay, that's low ice. Fantastic. Thank you everyone for taking part in this. I hope you enjoyed. Give me a idea. Did you guys enjoy it or not? A yes or a no? Was it fun? Give me an idea. Yes, enjoyed. Okay, that's fantastic. Good to have fun, isn't it? All right, everyone, let's get started with the webinar now. And it's recorded. I guess I turned on the recording. Okay. Now, but, you will have access to recording. But let me tell you, stay with me. Don't drop down saying, okay, you're going to get the recording. And that's not the idea of webinar. What you enjoy and learn in here would be the most precious. Recordings, nobody watches. They think that they're going to watch recording, but it never happens. All right. So let's get started. To start with, first of all, give you an idea, who am I to teach you about cold calling? Or let me ask you this question before I begin. How many people are into lead generation here? Screen displays few lines. I know someone was messing with my screen. While I figure out how to erase it, give me an idea who is all into lead generation here. Quite everyone. That's quite a relevant audience we have. That's fantastic. So give me an idea, if you are into lead generation, what are your top 3 challenges over there? Give me an idea while I'll figure out how to get rid of this screen stuff. Give me an idea. Type in there your top 3 challenges and type it in one go and then hit enter. Otherwise, what would happen is it all get mixed up. So write your 3 challenges and give me an idea. There it is. I figured it out. All right. Now give me an idea, everyone. What are your top 3 challenges over there? Right contact and details and gatekeepers, ice breaking, entry level barrier, meeting time with decision makers, contact details of concerned person. Right. See, the challenges, the 3 challenges that I can say in lead generation is, first of all, finding or building the list, customer contact list, and a qualified contact list. Second is crossing the gatekeepers. Third is when you are in touch with the decision makers, convincing them for a meeting or an appointment. And today we will take the second problem, how to get past gatekeepers. To give you an idea where I come from and what kind of experience I have in cold calling. Well, my first job was sales. And from sales, I was moved into business development for a new product launch that my company had. At that time, I was with Wembu Technologies and we were selling it to international markets. And I was good with the sales. So they thought, let me try in business development. And that's when they put me in business development, which means cold calling and emailing. That was my job to international markets. And I suffered like 6 months. I really suffered like hell. So that was my first stint. I was there for 2.5 years. Then when I came out after job of having an experience of 13, 14 years, I came out and I started my company, Disha Consultants. Now, being a salesman, I didn't know anything else but to do cold calling. So I started doing cold calling in domestic market. That was my second experience with cold calling. Eventually, what happens, the first customer that I got, I was trying for sales trainings, but they said that our problem is that we are not able to generate lead and we don't have a team to train. So why don't you do that cold calling for us and help us generate some inquiries? Now, it was a new company. I was only one person and by God lacking on money. So I really needed that money to come in. I couldn't say no. And I started doing cold calling for them. Did it for about 6 months. Again, international markets. So that is the experience that I have that I'll be sharing with you guys today. But to start with, the tip that I don't mention in my PPT or anywhere, and I would like to share it as a personal experience with you is, number one thing that you need to have is the conviction, the belief in cold calling. See, most of the cold callers that I come across, they put in 100, 200% of efforts. There is no doubt about it. Everybody try hard to generate leads, to cross gatekeepers, to talk to decision makers. But over a period of time, your conviction, your belief system in doing cold calling takes a hit. And when you are not good about it inside, it affects your outside, it affects your body language, it affects your tonality, it affects the efforts, the kind of conviction that people see in you, when whether it is gatekeeper reception or whether it is, let us say, decision makers, anybody, whoever it is there, when they don't see that conviction, they don't see that push that is coming from you, then what happens? They also don't show interest. So your tonality, your energy levels, your conviction levels, they all take a hit, because over a period of time, when the results are not coming, our conviction do takes a hit, belief system do takes a hit, and we start doubting whether this cold calling works or not. And when we read about it outside that it is not working, try social selling, try emails, try this, try that, and it does impact the conviction. So my first tip would be to you is, if you are going to be doing it, do it with 100% conviction, like you're going to make a career in it. Let me tell you, whether you crack the code of cold calling or not, it will give you such an experience that will help you go big in sales. The kind of experience, the kind of situations you're going to deal with cold calling are the toughest ones that you won't find in any other sales. And I can guarantee you, because I have been into all 3, 4 types of sales, starting with cold calling, email marketing, LinkedIn social selling, sales closings, and after sales, I have done it all. So the kind of tough situations you face in cold calling, you're not going to face it anywhere. And if you know how to convince people this way, let me tell you, then you're going to go big. It is going to be a learning of a lifetime. So that one tip, please remember, and then let's go how to cross gatekeepers. First thing first, what I would like you to do is aim high. Couple of tips before we take a look at the strategies to cross gatekeepers. One is aim high. What it means is basically, many times I have seen that we find reaching out CEO level, CXO level decision makers is tough, because gatekeepers are more cautious, reception is more cautious in connecting you with them, right? So what we think is, many times I have seen, we think that we target a lower, a little 2 levels, 3 levels down and try to do with that. Don't do that mistake. You should know who your decision maker is going to be. If it is going to be manager, you target manager. If it is going to be CEO, then you go after CEO. That is one tip. Second tip that I don't mention it anywhere, but you need to know is, see, the whole idea of lead generation or cold calling is that you need to somehow speak to the decision maker. Unless you talk to them, you don't give up. That is the whole idea of it, for which you try on different channels. That would be my second tip. So don't give up unless you talk to the decision makers. Success in cold calling is not about crossing gatekeepers. It's not about leaving voicemails. It's not about dropping those emails and thinking that you will get a response back. The success in cold calling is when you get to talk to a decision maker and you get an opportunity to convince him or her. So that's what important, very important tip. So always aim for talking to them once somehow. All right. We'll talk about all the strategies going forward. Second is always speak with confidence. So I have seen people, what happens is they are not well rehearsed. They are not, they fumble when they go in front of reception, when they go in front of gatekeepers over the phone or in person. Even a small fumble will be caught. This is the problem with cold calling. Your fumbles in sales closing, you can get away with. But when in a game where you have hardly, it is a game of seconds, right? You have hardly 10 seconds with gatekeepers and 30 seconds or maybe 40 seconds with the decision maker. In the game of these seconds, if you fumble, then you tend to lose. People know that it's a sales call. People know that you're trying to convince them. They back off. All right. Be direct. All right. Don't try to, deceive gatekeepers into believing that you're a customer who is calling or you're someone like that who's calling. Okay. I've got many calls. I get a lot of calls from India as well as internationally, being a CEO of a company. And many calls, what happens, what they do, like one of the person he was talking to me as if he is our customer, he's going to be our customer, as if he has come to inquire about our services. And he talks like that, and he thinks that after knowing that it's a sales call and he's trying to sell, we'll be happy about it. It won't be like that. CEOs will be pissed off that this person is trying to deceive. Okay, so never take that route or give an idea like you are a customer or something. No, right? Be prepared, rehearse well, practice your pitch, very, very important, and never give up. All right, you got to talk to the decision maker, and unless you talk to the decision maker, you don't give up. Don'ts of cold calling. Don't be aggressive. Now, most of the people in India, they're not aggressive. I have seen people in US and Europe, sometimes they go aggressive. Don't be aggressive. When you hear too many no's from decision makers, sometimes it tends to hit your emotions, right? And you got to control those emotions. Very important. Never sound like a salesperson, just like how you get these calls from banking people, right? For personal loans, for insurance. They try to be very nice with you and pleasant and saying, hi, how are you doing? As soon as they say the word, hi, how are you doing? You know it's a sales call and you got it. And once you got it's a sales call, you're already thinking, how do I get rid of it? What should I say? Should I say busy? Should I say just cut the call without answering? Or should I say something else? Depending upon your own behavior, whether you can be that kind of person who can directly cut the call, you will do that. If you are soft at heart, where you feel like, no, I cannot say no to people, then what do is you take a different route, say busy, or call me back later, or I'm in a lift, and those kind of things you do. So all those kind based on the behavior. But once they got the idea it's a salesperson, that's what they do to you as well. And again, don't sound like a robot, like reading from the script. And that's a big problem, right? If your tone doesn't have right emotions, doesn't go up and down, and it goes in a flat tone like someone is reading, even though you are not reading, people hate it. Do we agree to that? Have you come across people? You would be getting hundreds of cold calls also because you are a customer to thousands of brands. Give me an idea. Have you come across those people who sound like very scripted? Give me an idea. Type a yes or no to give me an idea. Yep. Right. Okay. Yeah. That's a big problem, right? Now let's talk about a couple of other things. Don't sell to gatekeepers. Now, some people I have seen, they straight away move on. Gatekeeper will ask who is calling, what is the purpose of this call, and they start selling to gatekeepers. There is no point in selling to gatekeepers. You can't convince him like that. All right. And some people, they try to get too personal with the gatekeeper. Like, they try to build a rapport and relationship with the gatekeeper. Let me tell you, don't try that. That will only go in a negative way because they are not interested. It's their job is pretty binary. It's like 0 and 1. It's like this is an important call, go through. This is not an important call and doesn't go through. Beyond that, nobody cares. All right. They don't expect anything from you. So you try to build that rapport, it only goes against you. So don't try those tricks. It's not going to work. So here it is. The first trick or the first tip or the first strategy, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be your language. All right. So today I made a post of it also. So if you would have read it about it, I explained it in that, but give you a heads up to give you a heads up on that. Most of the time, what do we do is we take a very, what I call it a flat approach. We go to the gatekeepers and we tell them, I'm calling from this company and I would like to talk to this person. It's regarding this. Now, this kind of instructional approach, like giving instructions to other, you expect other to follow that. It only happens when you are in a position where they know that you are an important person, where they know that it needs to be followed. But here is not the case. So what happens? You try to give them instructions. May I talk to them? Even though you are using the most of the polite language, like, can you please, may, and all those kind of things, it doesn't work because psychologically, they are only tuned to take instructions from their boss and not from you. So what happens? It goes against it. And they know it's a sales call. It's pretty obvious. And then what they do is they try to get rid of it by asking you to send an email and those kind of things, or give some excuses that person is busy, not interested, we already have a solution, and all those kind of things. So what you can do is psychologically, if you slightly make a change to your language and change it in a way where you ask for help to from the person. Now the psychology is when you ask someone any kind of help, they tend to offer that. People like it. People like helping others. Okay, not 100%, I would say. Some 10, 20, 15% gatekeepers would be extremely rude with you. But let me give you an idea that 75, 80% of them, they would tend to help you. So if you use language like, maybe you can help me, maybe, I don't know whom to contact, if you could guide me, that kind of language when you use, then what happens is they actually feel like helping you, most of them, and they guide you. Oh, you should be talking to John, you should be talking to Satish, you should be talking to that person heads over this department. They actually open up. Now, once they open up and saying you should be talking to them, it's like a psychological obligation. Now you showed me a way, you have to guide me through. All right. So either they will connect you or they will tell you he would be available that time, you call me, or the worst, they will give you the direct email address. So this language would really help you. Try that next time. Like, maybe you can help me. I was wondering who can help me. Maybe you can guide me. I'm not really sure who to contact, who would be the right person. Probably you can guide me. Or could I ask you a real quick favor if you can guide me with this thing? And even you can go a notch beyond and say, I'm just very new here, so I'm trying to figure out, maybe you could help me. When you use that word new, let me tell you, as soon as psychologically people hear new, what happens is new person, they try to help. They tend to help, right? Everybody wants to help new people. They don't want new people to have any kind of challenges. So that's another good thing. You can say, I'm new. I don't know whom to contact. This is the first account I've been given to me. So I was hoping you can help me. That kind of language, if you use, it really, really works. Okay. Now, another strategy is when you're using these kind of language, try to use please 2 times. One in the beginning or in the middle, one please in the end. So there has been very good test that was done to figure out what is the effect if we use 2 please. Okay. And there was an experiment that was done where people were asked to stand in a queue. There was a quite long queue. And there was one person as part of the test. He goes in the middle of the queue and he say, may I please stand here because I have some urgency. And 80% of the time it didn't work. People gave a response back saying, no, 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 we are standing, we are already waiting, those kind of things. But second time, if 2 times please was used, and especially in the last time, then what happened is 60% of the time people allowed that person to get into the middle of the queue and stand there, right? Leave their place and give that person the place. So that is the kind of experiment, and it worked really great. So when you are asking for any favor, something like, hi, I'm new here, probably you can guide me. I don't know who is the right person. Can you please help me, please? And when you insert a please in the end, it really works. So that is the second trick you can use directly with the gatekeepers. And then thank you, of course, it always works. So if they do the favor, thank you, which we always do. So Indians, I've seen pretty good with it. So not to mention, or I'm not going to go in details over there. The third part of it is familiarity. Now, one of the biggest mistake that I have seen people making is when they don't have a name, like typically how the cold calling goes. Start from the starting point, I give you an idea. Let's say you are into cold calling, your company will give you an existing database. It will have partial information. Some will have phone, some will have email, some will have name, some will not have name. Give me an idea, is that what the case with you also? Do you have the entire details, like including the name of the people you get to contact, or it's that you are also part of the same problem where they give you half-cooked database and ask you to call or generate inquiries out of it? Give me a yes if that is the case. Half-cooked database where you don't even sometimes have name, or no, we have all the details. Absolutely. That's where yes, everywhere yes is coming. That is a major problem, because this happened to me also. They give some half-cooked data, and sometimes it is the most rubbish data, I'll tell you, where no inquiries can be generated. Okay. And people keep breaking head on that, and it doesn't work, because these are very old leads that they once inquired. Now they are into even like the database that was given to me. Okay. Most of the leads, they left the business also. And they said, we are doing something else now. After the 2008 recession, we have started doing something else. And I was still carrying the database and doing those callings. So that is the kind of database they give access to. And one thing is required is this kind of databases, what people do is we just start calling. We don't have the name, and we ask the name of who is heading the admin department or marketing department. We ask these kind of questions. Well, let me tell you, this doesn't work. It works against you. So as soon as you ask who is heading the marketing department, probably I could talk to them. Then what happens is they will say simply no, because they know it's a sales call. So you have to have the first name at least of the decision maker, and you can try to get it either from LinkedIn or from Facebook, or directly go from their website and go into their about the company section. And there you can see right now what is the trend that is going on is people are listing 2 or 3 levels of their team members over there, starting from the top leadership to the second level to the third level, coming to vice president and those kind of things. So you can get those names here, there, or you search for what I used to do. Let me just show it to you. For example, whenever I'm doing these cold callings and I want to know the key people name, I simply go to any website. Let us say, for example, just to give you an idea, I go to Google. I type, or let's say in USA, I say, okay, I find one company. Just give me an idea. I'll quickly show it to you. All right. Just go to their website, and on their website, you would always find LinkedIn over there. Go, every company has LinkedIn. Oh yes, let me directly, this way I'm not able to find, but let's find out this one. Whenever you go to any companies, this is what I go to their website and check if they have about us, and I can see the leadership team over there, meet the leaders, and this is the one place I can take. If I don't find anything over there, any name or any person, then I scroll. This is where they list the leadership team, and that gives me the first or the last name. But otherwise, what I do is I go down, I try to find LinkedIn on their website. That's how, a very easy way. Otherwise, you would have to go on LinkedIn and search for that company. That becomes really difficult sometimes. I go there and just find their employee and search for the name. Now, most of you would be doing it already. Those who are not doing it, this is one way you can figure out a name. Just give me a moment here. So that's one, but you need to have the first name of the customer. So when you call, you can say, I'm looking to talk to John. So this kind of mistake doesn't happen. Otherwise, they would know that it's a sales call and people will not be, especially the reception will not be entertaining. Very important that you use the first name or the last name. And when you're calling, you can ask for John. Always call with the first name. That's one very important thing. Mr. John doesn't work, but Mr. last name always works. What I have seen is if you call them by their first name, can I talk to John, rather than can I talk to Mr. John or Mr. this thing. When you use Mr. and all those kind of things, they feel like, okay, again, it's a sales call. So those binary things gets activated. Now the second strategy is going to be, let's say, you have tried with them first time, I'm new, can you help me, and all those kind of things, but it doesn't work. Second time, what you could try is sounding like an authority. Now, let me give you an idea. Reception job, again, I said, is a binary job. Important calls go through and sales calls are blocked, or not important calls are blocked. But to give you an idea, give me an idea, how do they figure out which one is important and which one is not important? According, I'm sorry, according to you, could you type it in the chat box and give me an idea, like, how do you make out that as a reception, imagine yourself a reception, how do you make out which one is the important call? What will be those signals that calls it, yeah, this is the important call and this is not an important call? Give me an idea. I would like to see what would be your suggestions. Tone, okay, saying name of the concerned person. You have to tell whether if name is not there, which means it's a sales call. That's what you're saying, right? And tone, give me an idea, like what do you mean by tone? Maybe James, you need to come on audio, okay? Maybe unmute yourself and give me an idea. What do you mean by tone?
Yeah, the way we put across, the way we put across the sentence, or the way we talk the gatekeeper.
You're very close. So basically, if you sound very pleasing,
Yeah.
and the things that
Very
you're
polite.
Yeah. If you sound very pleasing, please be on mute, everyone. So if you sound very pleasing, they will know it's a sales call. If you don't say the right things, they will know it's a sales call. Right things like you don't have the person name, or the things you are saying directly, saying, hi, I'm calling from this company. This is regarding this. Can I talk to this person? This is the standard format that any reception, any gatekeeper will know it's a sales call. So these kind of things you say and you take a very pleasing tone, it doesn't work. So here it is. Now you can differentiate yourself slightly over there and give an idea that you are not a salesperson. And it is not a call that is a sales call or a cold call. A slight change in approach can do the trick for you. And that trick is establish yourself or project yourself as an authority, as a known person who is, know that person already and calling to talk to him. So for example, instead of saying, hi, my name is Amit, I'm calling from this company and this call is regarding this, can I talk to this person? Instead of that, directly call, and how a relative will call, or how that person's friend will call, how they will call. Give me an idea. If you're calling me, let's say you're my friend and you're calling me on my office number, what would you say? What would be, will you go by the script? saying, hi, my name is this, and I'm calling from this company, I would like to talk, or how a friend or a known person talks. Give me an idea. What would you say? Let's say you're my friend and you're calling on my office number and reception picks up the phone. Connect me to, okay, okay, right. So this is a very direct approach that people take, and you can also take this approach where you don't have to be like, say it that you know that person, but you kind of give an impression that you know that person already. So you straight away call and say, as soon as you call, a reception will pick up the phone and she will have a standard script to say, Accurate Solutions, thank you for calling. This is, let's say, Mona, or whatever they say, right? And then say, hi, Mona, this is Amit. Can you please put me through to George? Very simple, straightforward. It gives an idea that, okay, you know them and you're already in touch with them. That's the kind of feeling it creates, and it lets you through. Okay, most of the time. Sometimes they may ask you a question, do you already have an appointment or not? Yes, 10 to 25%. Yeah, could you please connect me to Mr. Amit? Yeah, I am. Pretty straightforward. Hey, this is Sam. Could you please put me to Amit? And that's how they get the feeling that as if you know that person. And then if they let's say most of the time they may allow, sometimes 10 to 25%, they'll ask, do you have an appointment? And then again, you can go with a straightforward answer. No, I don't have an appointment. I'm just looking to talk to him regarding this, regarding whatever your value proposition is. Remember, okay, and it has to sound very complicated. All right, we'll discuss about this, how to make it sound complicated. But the idea here is, give a impression that as if you know that person, and that really works. All right, it worked really for me, pretty awesome. Now the next idea is, they can ask you, where are you calling from? Now don't give the company name. Don't simply say, oh, I'm calling from this company. That is the standard thing we think, because we are salespeople. Our job is to generate leads, and we think that is how this question can be answered. No, you can answer it in a little vague way, where to give an impression as if you're really a person who is calling, who is known to this decision maker. You're a friend or someone. So you can say, where are you calling from? She asked, and say, I'm calling from Boston. I'm calling from this place. I'm calling from New Jersey, or those kind of things. Try to, if you're targeting international markets, try to use their names over there. I'm calling from New Jersey. I'm calling from Boston, and those kind of things. So that would really help. Then it will throw them off, thinking, okay, this cannot be a sales call. Okay, this is the kind of responses that we are getting. So that is the third strategy that you have to use, everyone. First being the language. You try with the language, try with the name, you try using the name. And the third one is, you give an impression as if you're familiar to those people. All right, that's very important. If they ask which company, then you can say, that time you can say, then you cannot mislead her for a longer time. So some people are really good at that job. Then you can just give a one-word answers. Oh, which company? It's Disha. Please put me through. Okay, keep saying this, please put me through, and it will work most of the time. All right. The third thing, or the fourth strategy that you can use, is asking leading questions which would help you. Okay, now one strategy I told you is, you can ask, I'm the first person here, I don't know whom to contact, probably you can help me with this. And then you can ask a leading question saying, who is looking after the sales forecasting here, or who is looking after the procurement of these kind of machines. Now the idea here is, you have to be very specific when asking these questions. All right, if you're going to go very vague, what happens is they get confused, and they might ask some counter questions which can give away the idea that it's a sales call. So you have to keep your interaction with the gatekeepers very limited, very short, and specificity or being specific, brevity, being brief will really help you in this. So you can just say who is looking after the forecasting or who is looking after the procurement of these kind of machines in your heads department or in your admin department. And then they will say that would be Mr. James. Can you please connect me to James? So that's how you take it forward, asking leading questions. All right. If they say I'm not sure who is doing that, then you can go, or you can just connect me with the head of the department, who that would be, and that should help me. So that should be your counter questions. That is not bluffing. Okay, Pradeep, get it clear. That's what I was trying to say. If you're not bluffing over there, you are not outrightly saying I know that person. If you outrightly saying I know that person already, please put me through, then that's bluffing and you will get caught, because eventually the decision maker will ask your name and then you will get caught. So that's bluffing. It's not bluffing. It's kind of creating an impression that you know by just using a strategy, by sounding like a known person or a familiar person. Okay, so choice of words is very important over there. So you just call hi, hi. You can say hi. Let us say Lisa. Lisa picks up the phone and Lisa gives the script. This is Lisa from this. How may I help you? So Lisa, I'm looking to talk to John. My name is Darren. Just say that. And then would like, okay, Darren might know. You know where you said that outright, but it gives an impression. Okay. So it has to be carried out perfectly, practiced well. That's why I said you got to rehearse your script a lot and you got to use to it. Now, if you first time try, first time will not come out that good. You got to be really confident about it. You really have to have that kind of conviction, and then only these things works. All right. So remember, we are dealing with the most toughest stage of any cold calling. I can tell you where you can buy quality databases and you can buy from there. I have those resources. That's pretty easy. Okay, when you talk to decision maker, some of you would be very good with that also. Otherwise, I can teach you how to do that. That is also not that kind of tough. What is the toughest here is the gatekeepers only. All right. Now, the other strategy which you can use is win gatekeepers with honesty. Be upfront honest. Okay, you can even tell them something like, hi, it's a sales call and I'm looking to talk to Jared. I'm hoping to get his 2 minutes and just give an idea about my product. If you could help me do that, that would be great. So again, say that with honesty. Now, what happens is most of the people are trying to deceive gatekeepers so that they can get through to the decision makers. But on the other side, when you come out upfront and honest, saying it's a sales call, I'm looking to talk to Jared, hoping that in 2 minutes I could give him an idea of our product and see if he would be interested, would be able to help me connect with it. That would be a great favor. And you say this script, ask a help in the end, and appreciate the help upfront. Something like it will be a huge favor for me. That is called appreciation. So if you ask help, and then you appreciate it, that really works with people. They feel obliged, or he is requesting so much, I should do it. So that is another strategy based on your style, based on your comfort level. You can choose which strategy would you like to follow. Try with one or two first, and then keep changing if that doesn't work for you multiple times. All right, so that's one strategy that you guys can use. But remember, that is the format. You first say upfront, it's a sales call. Then you say, I'm hoping to talk to Jared for just 2 minutes. Use that word 2 minutes, very important, because she doesn't want you go and stuck with Jared for 15-20 minutes and Jared doesn't like it. And then Jared comes back and complains to her or shouts on her. Then she would be in a problem or he would be in a problem. That is the situation they're trying to avoid. So you outrightly use just 2 minutes, hoping to get 2 minutes. And at the same time, with decision maker also, your job is to just use 4 to 5 minutes with them and convince and get an appointment. You're gonna hoping that you can spend more time with there. In the first meeting or first call, it never works. All right. I would be discussing that in the lead generation workshop. I'll tell you about that also. If you guys are interested, you can be part of it. All right. Now, the other strategy can be white lies. White lies is nothing but again lies, but they're not harmful for anyone. All right. What you could do is you can send a decision maker an email saying this is our product and I'm hoping to talk to you. I would try to give you a call at 12 o'clock tomorrow. And then you call the gatekeeper and you just tell that I sent a mail. I'm looking to talk to Jared. I've already informed him about my call at 12 o'clock. Just say this and stop there. Silence is going to be your friend. If you're going to continue to talk and try to convince and try to justify, you will fall yourself in your own trap. All right. So you just say, I'm looking to talk to Jared. I dropped him an email and we fixed the meeting 12 o'clock. I said I will be calling at 12 o'clock. Exact words you have to use is, I informed him I'll be calling at 12 o'clock. Please connect me to him. And that's, you can get away with that. All right. When Jared asks you, hey, which call, we don't have a prior appointment, then you can say, I already dropped you an email and mentioned that I would be calling you at 12 o'clock. And that's how you get away with it, everyone. So very important, you stay upfront with these strategies and try it. All right. Now, the other thing is, if you cannot try, you don't have email address and you can not try this trick. The other trick is you go on LinkedIn, find that person, go to his network. You can see in the network what are the people that are common between you and them. All right. It will show you the second degree connections, even though you are having connected or not. Second degree and third degree connections, it also shows on LinkedIn. To give you an idea, let us say I pick one profile. All right. Let's say I pick up this profile. All right. And I could see followed by one connection that she only has one connection. No, she has a lot of followers, 500 plus connections, followed by one connection. That is the common connection that I could use. And I could use this person name and tell to the reception that please connect me to Arpita. I'm looking to talk to her. I have been referred by our common connection, Arun. All right. Just say that and stop there. Use the silence properly and use this technique. Now they will think that, okay, you have a common friend and it's an important call and they will let you through. So references also works. You can find those references online. You can use any name which is part of it, your connection. It's not necessary the decision maker should know that name. All you're trying to do is use that name to get past the gatekeeper. So please, you get these references. That's one trick. Now, why I'm telling you all these techniques is because in the very beginning, I told you the success in cold calling lies in that you have to talk to the decision maker. Somehow you have to reach that person. Now, most of the people, cold callers or lead generators, I see are in the mode of number game. Call the first number. If it goes through, fine. If it doesn't, go to the second one, then go to the third one. It's not going to work. Every day you have to make a list of these are the 50 calls I will do. And in this 50 calls, pick first number, call. If it doesn't work, then try some other strategy, try to reach it in some other way. And only then, you will be able to make it work if you try from multiple channels to try to talk to the decision maker. Don't play that number game where you take 500 people and you keep going through that one. Keep dialing those numbers. If it works, fine. Otherwise, move on to next. That is not how this game can be won. Let me tell you. All right. The other thing is leverage known people in the organization. If you're already in touch with someone else or you know someone else in that organization, you can use their name also. Chances are very less, but keep an eye out for this option also. Now let's talk about other strategy, which is my favorite strategy, is something like take a top-down or bottoms-up approach. Top-down is, let us say you have tried reaching the CEO and you're not able to reach them or find a way. Then what do? Is you go one level down and try to talk to the VP. All right, aim for VP, okay, which can be easier to get, slightly easier than the CEO. Let's say that doesn't work, then you go talk one level down. Who is your influencer, right? So every product that we sell, there is one decision maker and there would be two influencers. Now, if everybody knows what is influencer here, type yes. Then okay, we are clear what is a decision maker and what is an influencer. Very simple. Someone who signs the check is your decision maker, who is an ultimate authority. And influencers are someone who participated in that purchase discussion. For example, if I'm selling a CRM software to a company, then my decision maker would be CEO and my influencers would be the sales manager and VP of sales, because they will also be involved in selecting that product. So I can target directly the VP if I can't reach the CEO, or I can target the sales manager, because both of them will understand the pain points what I'm going to talk about of not having a CRM or having a inferior CRM. They will understand that part. So I can target them also. So that somehow I need to talk to someone and get a foot in the door. And that is the strategy I can use. Top down, which means from CEO to VP to sales manager, or bottoms up from sales manager. You try, if it doesn't work, you try VP or you try CEO. Choose, but you got to talk to someone about it. All right. Now, the next strategy which I'm going to talk about is totally skip the gatekeepers. If let's say you have tried multiple times, nothing seems to be working. So is there a way you can bypass these gatekeepers and talk to someone? All right. How can you do that? Well, there are strategies. Now, every company has an IVR. Do we agree to that or not? Give me a yes or a no, everyone. Every company has an IVR. Most of the companies that you call, they have an IVR. Give me an idea. Yes or no? Yeah. Mostly, absolutely. Mostly companies have IVR. So what you have to do is what I used to do. If it is not working out when I'm dialing 0 or I'm not dialing anything and it lands onto reception, instead of that, I used to dial HR department, like press 3 for HR or press 4 for admin. And I used to press either 3 or 4 and reach that department. Now someone would pick up the phone over there. Some HR head or HR executive, someone will pick up the phone, and I would act as if, reception, I talked to reception and reception was trying to connect me to the CEO, but by mistake, by mistake, she transferred me to the HR team. So that is the impression I have to give to that person from the HR team I'm going to talk. So I used to dial that number and say, is this John? He said, no, it's not John. It's, let's say, Sam. And then, oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to talk to John and reception was trying to connect me to John. I don't know what happened. I ended up here. Could you please connect me to John? And what will happen is this person, he doesn't care about all those things. He will simply do the redirect and put you to John, the CEO, most of the time. All right. Sometimes, they will say, okay, I will put you back to the reception. Bad luck. It happens. Most of the time, what I have seen is they let me to directly to the CEO, because they can do that internal transfer, right? So that's one thing. Try another department. Best I have seen is there are multiple departments. There is marketing, there is sales, there is admin, there is finance. The best one to try is finance and HR. Okay, they don't apply too much brain. Okay, they just do the transfer. That is the kind of response. Marketing, sometimes HR, they are careful, but finance, do accounts, finance, they don't pay that kind of attention. They just do transfer. All right. So that is the kind of response I have seen, and it works every time. Now, the last, if nothing works, then your last hope is your sales department of that company. So what I used to do, nothing works, I used to straight away call the sales team. Now, sales team, if you have tried accounts team, you have tried HR team, and you have tried any other team, sometimes what happens, they don't pick up the phone. Phone keeps ringing and it doesn't work. But sales team, as the nature of it is, these are the only dedicated guys who pick up your phone in the first ring. Do we agree to that or not? Give me an idea. We are talking about our own community. So you can't some other companies sales team, and in a hope of that incoming inquiry or the customer, they are like most dedicated. The one ring they pick up. They will have a slight disappointment after talking to you, but they're going to help you, let me tell you. because they understand your situation. They are also going through the same pain. So what you do is you call the sales team and you tell them, be very honest. Now with them, don't try any tricks or games. Be very honest and say, I'm the salesperson. I'm trying to talk to John, but you know your reception is not aligned. Okay, she's not letting me go through. I've tried multiple times and I'm about to give up. I was hoping maybe you will understand my problem and help me out here. Could you please connect me to John? Now, what I've seen, the trend is 25% people, they sympathize and connect. 75 people, you know what? They say, I'm sorry, I cannot connect. That is the kind of permission I don't have, but I will help you with the email address. And they easily give the direct email address. So at least you will have the company, John's actual email address where you can reach out to them. So these are my best strategies that I have been following when I did cold calling, and it has delivered amazing results. Now, I won't say that I have crossed 100% reception. Dude, it doesn't happen. We have to be in the real world. Okay. But I was able, where I was trending at 1 or 2 or 3 appointments a day, I could take it to above, well above 10 to 15 appointments a day, where I could easily cross the gatekeepers. And if your conversions in lead generation just doubles with these strategies, would you be happy or not? Give me an idea. If your conversions from here doubles, would that excite you? Would you be happy about it? I'm not talking about 100% results. Fantastic. It would, and it would happen. Okay. There are only 3 problems with it. Let me tell you, the first problem is the quality of database that you have. Whether you have the right contact details like the direct email addresses or the direct phone numbers with extensions, those kind of things, that makes a hell lot of a difference. Second problem is the gatekeepers, and the third problem is when you deal with the decision makers, and how do you convince them in that 1 minute of time? Is that also an art? And I'm going to discuss about it in my workshop. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it from my side today. Next challenge would be how to convince decision makers and where to get the quality database from. Well, let me show you something where you can get some idea where you can get the quality database from. I have written an ebook on that. Let me see if it is live on the website. If it is not, then probably I will try to get you the copy of it by tomorrow, where I have prepared a list of all the companies, Indian companies as well as international companies, where they can give you the database, quality database, in a very less inexpensive price, like a throwaway price, quality database I'm talking about, to you for Indian companies as well as international companies. Okay. Let me see if I have it live here. No, I don't have it live over here, but that ebook is ready. I'm going to share it with you tomorrow. You can expect it from my team. That's the second problem that we'll solve. Now coming to the third problem, where how do you convince decision makers, and how do you get better at goal setting and generate 10 times more inquiries for you? That I would be addressing in one of my workshop, which is coming up. I think it's right here. If you go to my website, dishaconsultants.com, and you click on sales training, this is the first tab that actually opens. And if you scroll down below these pictures, you will see something called as workshop lead generation expert in 2 weeks, where I would be discussing all these strategies on how to convince the decision makers. All right, here you can go and you can check out the program. I have listed down the link here. You can download this brochure and you can go through all the details, all the topics that would be covered and the problems that would be solved. And you can take a look at it. There is an offer going on right now, the early bird offer. If you're interested in it and would like to join, you can plan on taking it. So that's it from my side, ladies and gentlemen. I open it up for any question that you have. I would be happy to help you with that. Give me an idea. If not, take it to the chat box and give me an idea if this webinar was useful. At least you got a couple of tips that you could use so that it motivates me to do more such webinars for you guys. which I will be doing it in coming up weeks. So give me an idea uh, in terms of stars on a scale of 1 to 5. How do you rate this webinar? Give me an idea. So James, thank you so much. Ram 555. Thank you, Miss Rekha. That's very encouraging. Okay, 4 out of 5. The refreshing and useful 5 stars. Thank you so much. 555. I would ask Pradeep, what happened? Why 4, not 5? Is there something that was missing? Give me an idea. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. You made my day. I really enjoyed, and I'm happy that you found it insightful and useful. As I promised, I will give you the link of companies that can help you with a quality database by tomorrow. If you don't get it by tomorrow, let me tell you, just put a message over there. Okay. So sometimes I forget to communicate to the team and they forget to put it over there. So bear with me. We are in the middle of so many things. So if we forget, just message that you are supposed to send this ebook to us. Please share it, and we will do it just in case if you don't receive it by tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. Okay, and look forward to more webinars that are coming. I will be helping you with that, and look forward to the workshops if you would like to join. All right. Till then, all the best, everyone. Have a blast. Enjoy rest of your evening. Nothing much left of it, left of it though, but enjoy it. Have a nice dinner. Have a peaceful. I don't know if you guys are working or will you be working? Give me an idea. Will you be working after this or